How have you been, Luke?
Just tattoo of us. Yeah, good, mate. I'm going to keep the mic sort of here now. I'm not going to lean in because last week, and I'm going to try and look at you. I noticed that last week it went very like a few times when I was sort of leaning forwards.
Yeah, I think my mic's pretty shit as well. So I need to get a good one, really. I know you don't watch the football, Luke, but it's the finals later.
Yeah, I won't be watching it, but I do get to have my son because my ex is busy helping out at the pub that she used to work at and still goes to. So she's actually not have him. So if anything, England getting to the finals brought me as another day closer to my boy. So go England.
Yeah, come on. I bumped into Joe today at the gym, and he did say, like, I said to him, like, we should get you on, I'll have a little chat, and he was like, he's up for it. So maybe the next weekend or next couple of weekends.
Brother.
Yeah.
I lost you for a second there.
I lost you as well, Luke. I got a bit worried. Don't know where you went.
So what did you say after I said about the football?
No, I just said I bumped into Joe and said, like, you should come on. We're just fucking chatting anyway. And he is up for it. So maybe the next coming couple of weekends or whatever, and get a third on.
Yeah, mate, definitely. Did you speak to that Sean guy that I know? He commented on the Instagram.
Yeah, I know. I definitely want to get him on. Probably, maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe if we, do a couple more, then we'll get him on. Just because I think he'll have a lot. He'll have a lot to say, like a lot of useful things.
Yeah, I really like him. I get on with him loads. He was my first posing coach. He really, really taught me well. Like,
Yeah.
I think I'm quite good at my posing. Like, without trying to say too much about myself, and he really, really like nailed it into me. Like, I used to go to. I mean, he'll tell you himself. I blew half my hand off on my way to go see him once.
I think you said that. Oh yeah, you burnt it, didn't you?
Yeah, so I'm no good with cars at all. I know fuck all about them. All I knew was my car was overheated. So I bought them on the motorway, seen the smoke coming out, popped the bonnet. I'm like, right, I'm going to open this. And I fucking opened it and it blew out. And like, honestly, it took my hand off like a glove. And I was screaming. I had my hand out to my chest. I was driving to my posting session. I was screaming all the way. And it looked crazy. And I turned up. And he was like, what the fuck are you doing here? You should be in hospital with that. I missed my session. I did half the session and he sent me home because he could see how much pain I was in. And he said, look, like, no charge, obviously. I think you're a legend for coming down. So.
That's good of him. I know some people would have been like, well, it's my time. So you got to pay.
Yeah, no.
That's good of him. Yeah, so maybe if you do a couple more and when we're a bit less, what's the word? When we're a bit more lubed up, everything's a bit easier flowing. But we'll get.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've got to get the flow right first. I'm just like reading off good people that would be good to have on.
Yeah, he'll be good. He'll have a lot of stuff. I'd like to pick his brain as well. To be fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
It's show day today, bro. It would have been. Would have been.
Oh, is it?
The prepper pulled it up. Yeah.
Have you seen anyone who's doing it?
I unfollowed them. I don't know if I wanted to do it to myself. I mean, we could if you want to get your screen up. They'll have put a video up.
Yeah, two bros
right now. No. I was doing the PCA Mercia in Coventry. So
really,
yeah, because I jumped out of two bros because I thought I don't really care about going pro no more. So.
Two bros is very fucking money orientated. Like it rubbed me wrong.
Well, it's like £100 for your membership and £100 per class to compete.
Yeah, and if you want to watch it, you've got to pay for the first half and the second half.
Yeah, I'm not dissing them. I know that they're where the money is in it, but at the same time, I was just at this point, I was just doing a show for the sake of it. I wasn't doing it to progress to like a pro qualifier. I was just doing it for the sake. So I was going to do the Mercia in Coventry because it was down the road. still pulled out. But yeah, I was doing the novice bodybuilding because technically it's my third show, and I've never been in a final.
So that's what class you were going to do, novice.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm having a quick peek. I've got to, mate. I've got to, because I know what you do.
I don't mind. Share the screen. Let's have a look. Let's be critiques. They've got good music, in there, like the photos and that.
Sometimes.
Great lighting, I think, as well.
Sometimes they have the same song on for like everyone's routine, and when I'm out and I hear it, I'm like, fucking hate it. I just think of like men's physique boys and like elbowing each other on stage. Like, oh man. Okay, right. The guy who comes second, he looks good. I'm just having a quick peek before I Okay. Yeah, standards good. I'll show you, and then you'll see.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking. I mean, hang on. What's this guy? I'll start with third, and I'll go to second. Then I'll go to first.
I think I was in a good chance. To be fair, I think if I'd have continued the prep, I was in a good place. But just mentally, I wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't, and that says a lot.
I'd say so. So can you see this?
Yes.
All right. So what we got? It's third place.
Novice bodybuilding, third place. Yeah, not bad at all. To be fair, good conditioning. Nice round muscle.
Yeah.
Don't like that. Those.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh yeah, really. He's come in really well, hasn't he?
Yeah, it looks nice.
They're not that big in the novice. See, that's where I think I would have come in quite good. I'm quite
definitely had the legs.
Big. Yeah.
All right, let's go second. What's his name? Louis Griffith Walker. Nice.
Well done, mate.
Second. I think this is that guy who does them like TikToks of him like talking and the guy like aggressive.
Oh God, I wish I was there just to fucking meet him. Yeah. He's hilarious.
Oh man, he looks good, but I don't like. It does look good. Like he's got a lot there, and you can see like from his glutes and hamstrings. But I'm too late now. But those tattoos really take away a lot from the.
Take away so much, don't they? I regret my tattoos so much.
I don't know if it looked different in person, but I mean, like when you look at his legs, you know his conditions are pretty good, but it's just not showing.
Have they spread this video up or like because he's not? I get that it's a routine, but you're not really seeing the poses.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, looks good though. Looks good.
Yeah,
first place. First place. Yeah. First place. Let's watch it and go like pose by pose, and then see what you think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first place. Can you pause it? Yeah. First place. Good. I think it looks good.
Yeah, I think upper body really nice.
Yeah.
I think the legs just aren't popping for me, but I mean, what do you expect at that level? Do you know what I mean? Like he's come in. I think the most important thing in novice, especially, is just to come in peeled. Like no one's going to have that maturity. Not really. Not a true novice really is going to have that maturity. That sort of, continuous preps to have the size with the condition.
Yeah.
So really, you're just looking at getting peeled.
No, I agree. Well, there's no point trying to play a big game in novice because there's no point. Just get as lean as you fucking can.
Yeah. I don't think they would want the big game either. Really, depends on what show it is, what federation. I think, but I'm pretty sure
you got to look like a novice, ain't you? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, next one. His arms are good. I like his arms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lats stick out nicely. They're a bit high.
Well, let's go to the back.
That's where the show's won, isn't it? The back.
He's got a good back. It's just not very wide.
That's exactly my thoughts, bro. It's not that wide. It's a shame. I'd love to have stand next to this and see. You see, I'm thinking of me how I was a few weeks ago before I pulled out, and my back was thicker, wider. All my muscles were thicker and rounder.
I like how you see your hamstrings as well from the back.
Yeah. The hamstrings really. I mean, hamstrings are my go-to. But not trying to I really don't want to come across arrogant in this, but if I'd have kept the muscle that I had 6 weeks ago and just pulled in the condition all around it, I think it could have challenged for this place, to be honest with you. The way that I hold the poses as well.
We'll go through this, and then I've already got my opinion, but we'll go through this and then I'll say it after, because I feel like when you're watching it, and I feel like sometimes it can come across like negative. I don't want it to be negative. Like, it's a competition at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. Next.
Very, very bit. Like, I've never been that sort of.
That's nice.
Peeled at the bottom. Yeah, that's a really nice back double.
Yeah, really. Yeah, arms, every bit's enough. It's, as I say, it's just these need to just be out here, just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Really
good. I mean, I've got to hand it to anyone that can get into that condition, because I never have. You know,
is good,
and we won't know. We won't know.
One day. It's on chest. He looks good.
He does look good in it. I'd just say that gap. You don't want that gap.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
You can see
at the front. Enjoying himself as well. That's an important thing. People are up there.
I think the most important thing is to smile when you're up there and not look miserable.
Yeah.
I think it's
like enjoying yourself. Yeah.
You're there to have fun now. Yeah.
I mean, it does look good. He does poses, because he's not like giant. He does poses that suit him, and that's obviously
as you should. And like, stage presence is key. He's clearly confident and happy up there.
Here's a pose down. Cool. Yeah. I think you'd have won that league. I think that was yours, mate. I mean, it wasn't like they're all. I'm not just saying it because they are all really good, but a lot of the things, especially the top two, a lot of the things they lack, you have without having you've got without. Or not saying you've got those parts, so it's not a condition thing there. Obviously, the condition, especially first place, really, really good. Well, they've all got good condition, really. But first place condition was really good. If you had the same condition as
that's the one factor we haven't seen on me, because I didn't get there, so we don't know.
If it's like a level playing field, if the condition was the same for you and everyone else, and first place, I do think you would have just.
That's my personal opinion, but it's whether that condition is there. I've struggled, at my last show to get that condition in. Don't know why my body just fought it in the last 2 weeks. And for all we know, it could have this time. But I'd like to think it would have. I'd like to think we've got better stress management techniques.
I think it's the gaps as well. There's certain gaps that a lot of the people have that you don't have. Like, especially if you're next to someone and you've got gaps and they haven't. Like, it's very easy to see. Like, it's easy to see because your eyes get drawn to those gaps.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But it's enough.
Yeah, I think I held my. That back double was really nice, like you said. But I think I would have held my poses a lot more pleasing to the eye.
Yeah. I'm not saying really it wouldn't have been.
I post every week for 18 months. I think.
Yeah. I wouldn't have, not trying to say like every single pose that's Luke. I'm saying there might be one or two that you might have had, but I still think it would have been like I was a betting man. put a couple of quid on you.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I'm really glad I didn't get to meet that Tony, but I love it. He's fucking hilarious. Like me, I've shown the missus videos. Like, can we do something?
Yeah, I quite like his videos because they're quite like
she says no.
They're quite like aggressive, but like alpha male sort of videos. I like them. I like them. Right, let's close that. I've got a couple of Q&As / topic.
Yeah,
I've got a question, and it's a serious question. It needs a serious answer. Why is CrossFit gay?
Why is CrossFit gay?
Yeah, I've had to ask it first because I figured like we're going to need at least an hour to answer it to go through all the reasons why it's gay.
This is really bad, but that's the sport I did before bodybuilding.
But in all seriousness, I think, you know, CrossFit it's really good because like if you're into CrossFit and you're good at CrossFit, you're just generally pretty strong, pretty fit, pretty mobile. You know, it makes something of you. It takes you from, if you start as a beginner and you say like you do CrossFit from no exercise, CrossFit for like 2-3 years, you're going to improve, obviously. But one of the reasons why I think it's just, I mean, the thing that holds it together is the community aspect. People always go, they see the same faces, they're doing the same thing together. It's more of a community. But it's just one of those things where, like, in terms of bodybuilding or just whether it's just for your hobby or professional, it's progression. It's monthly, yearly progression. When you do CrossFit, it's like, I don't know how it progressed. Like, yeah, okay, you may have lifted more weights or might have done more.
Yeah, there's certain like named workouts that you have like time scores on or how many reps you get or stuff like that. The reason I think it's related to gay is gay people now, they're more of a cult than just being gay. No one can quietly be gay, can they, anymore? Like, it's a cult, it's a movement. They got a flag, they're, you know, a group. It's a whole drink the Kool-Aid fucking thing, isn't it? And that's what CrossFit is. It's a cult.
Well, I've also
a movement.
We've got no issues with gay people. I quite like gay people.
Not at all.
They're very nice, very confident.
Gay people are some of my biggest fans, and therefore I'm theirs.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But it is very culty.
Well, CrossFit gay people.
I think both.
Yeah.
They're all.
I feel like
you have to know that.
Yeah, I feel like it's culty in the sense of like gay people. I think like they want you to join. They're like, yeah, join our group, be gay. Like we all, the more the better. You know, we're all having a good time. CrossFit is like, if you don't do CrossFit, go away. Don't like you.
Yeah,
that's what I feel like.
Yeah, I guess that's right. Yeah, yeah. So actually, it's better to be gay than to do CrossFit. So we shouldn't really put gay people down.
Yeah, it's actually less gay to be gay than to do CrossFit.
It's less gay to be gay than it is.
At least you're admitting it if you're gay. CrossFit, they're just all like in the closet doing like half pull-ups and stuff. Saying that, I mean, previously PT and clients in groups, it was very, very CrossFit-y. I just never said the word.
Yeah, I bet your group classes were very CrossFit-esque, weren't they?
Mate, it was just CrossFit.
Functional training.
Yeah, it was CrossFit and like deadlifts once a week. It was just CrossFit, but I didn't want to say it.
You didn't want to. Haven't they called it something else now? High rocks or something for people that can't get CrossFit accredited? Because CrossFit's an actual thing you have to get like a license for.
Yeah, I know.
So you can't teach CrossFit without a license. So then they call it something else.
Yeah, it's like it's a franchise.
I'm actually a registered CrossFit judge, believe it or not.
Really?
I can go to an event and judge it. That is gay.
Yeah.
It's because the box that I trained with, they had an event on, so they had to get us qualified to like help judge it.
Oh shit!
And I competed. I competed at the very first Body Power Games. I competed. Guess I qualified to compete in it very last. So I was the lowest ranking person to qualify to compete it, and I didn't come dead last in the competition. So there's progression for you.
You say you mentioned that doctor. You still training that doctor?
Dr. Omar.
Yes, Omar, that's the one.
Love him. Yeah. He wants to come back in next week, actually. He is the only client where I would switch his before and after photos.
Yeah.
The other way around.
Why?
Because he's progressively got fatter. He keeps coming because he loves it, and I beast him, and all the swearing in the world is sent my way, but he just admits that he will not stop eating, and he knows that training twice a week for a few weeks, then dropping off for 4 weeks, then coming back for 2 weeks, and dropping off for 4. He's done this since 2017, and I'm happy to keep him because he's a laugh. I love him. We talk science; it's great, but he's a great guy. I love him. I've met his wife. He's got 2 children now. But yeah, he just won't stop eating. I'm not going to throw him under the bus too much, but these are all things that he admits.
Yeah.
That actually brings me on to a topic because he's looking into now, even though he's genius. That's why I'm not going to give his last name, But he's a GP. He's obviously telling people to be healthy, and he's prescribing meds and all that. Now he's looking into private, trying to get hold of someone at ozempic. The hunger drug.
Yeah. Okay.
Semaglutide.
What do you
because think? He knows that hunger's his issue, which it is. To be fair, he cannot control his hunger signaling. He just can't. And it's not like the guy ain't got willpower. The guy's a doctor. He's put his mind to the test. Clearly, he's clearly able to push himself to do things and achieve things if he wants to set his mind to it. But he just can't not eat. His hunger signaling is too strong. So he's been looking into that, but then he's worried if it goes wrong, it's his reputation on the line because he's a doctor that went and got this drug that he shouldn't have had. He's very procrastinating.
He doesn't have to say anything to anyone, does he? Just keep it to himself.
No, but he's worried that he'll die and they'll find it and it'll ruin his reputation. The guy's a skeptic.
Killed over with a needle in him. I don't know anything about it. It's only things I've heard from people who haven't got any, accreditations or anything like that. But it's usually people who have friends who have used it, and I think the general consensus of it is it can be beneficial, but you can't just sit on your arse and just use that. Apparently, it's quite muscle wasting as well. Essentially.
Well, yeah, because what it essentially does is it slows down digestion, which therefore lowers blood glucose. So the only way you can get it on the NHS is by actually being type 2 diabetic. I've got a lot of overweight patients that want to see me, but they're just pre-diabetic at the minute. And they're I'm seeing them in my clinics and they're pushing towards wanting this drug. But I can't refer them to go and I can't prescribe drugs anyway, but I can refer them to someone that does. And I can't because they're not. It's very hard for the NHS to get. It's not hard for me to get. I have a number.
Yeah,
I can get anything.
But I can get it. Yeah,
but I can't exactly do that either. I can't tell them that. So I can get it tomorrow. I mean, for all I know, I might try it at some point. But the NHS finds it hard to very get, and it's only really for type 2 diabetics. But yeah, it slows down gastric emptying, which therefore, 1, keeps you fuller for longer. 2, slows the blood sugar spike because it's not getting the bloodstream straight away. But it also changes the pathway from the GLP-1 receptor, something receptor, don't quote me on the anagram, however it is, that basically spikes hunger signaling. It switches that off pretty much. So you're not actually hungry for the food you eat. You just sort of eat because you know you have to. Yeah. So the muscle wastage will come from people just not eating enough at all because they're not hungry. So the idea is you learn good habits with it. It's like taking a serotonin uptake inhibitor for depression. The idea is you take that drug to be stable enough to go and get help and learn to think differently, but you don't stay on that drug forever. And it's the same with this. You take this to learn to eat correctly by writing down what you need to eat, knowing what you need to eat, getting used to eating that. but then eventually come off it and continue that habit that you've created. But the thing that people do is they try and eat the same foods they've usually ate. So they'll take this and think, sound, I'm not hungry, but they'll still go get a Mackey's for lunch. They'll still go get, have the fry up there. They're still snacking on the chocolate. And what they do is they feel sick, they feel dizzy because they're filling up quicker. Or they might just like eat less of the bad stuff. So then they lose the weight. But when they come off this thing that's inhibiting the hunger, they're hungry again. They're still eating the crap addictive foods that spike hunger. And they just put it all straight back on because they've not built that habit.
Oh, okay. So, makes sense.
The bad effects isn't necessarily the drug. The issues that people are having with being sick and dizzy and feeling ill and feeling, and having to come off it or gaining weight straight away when they come. Because most of the studies, people are losing about, what is it?
Yeah, seem to lose quite a lot of weight.
It's like an average of 20 pounds at least over 6 months. But the analogy here, and I've got this analogy from Dr. Mike Israel, you know him, don't you? Old guy, really funny. So he says, if you've got two guys, both of them have a Ferrari, yeah? One gets in the Ferrari, drives it straight to a fucking lamppost. The other guy gets in his Ferrari, he's cleaning it every day, he drives it nicely, he puts the right oil in, puts the right fuel in, parks it back up, wipes it clean again, blah, blah, blah. They both drove a nice Ferrari. Now, it's not the Ferrari's fault it got drove into a lamppost.
Yeah. No,
right?
Yeah,
it's the guy driving it. That's their fault. And that's how he looks at ozempic. He said it can be this wonderful Ferrari if you treat it right, or you can just smash into a lamppost and it'd be useless to you. It's how you handle it in the driver's seat, basically.
That's it. It's like that's like the important thing is like you're driving it. It's your fault. You've got to do it. It's a tool at the end of the day. Okay. I mean, usually when I hear about a new drug and I understand that, I learn how it works, I always think like, how can I use it? But nah.
Yeah.
Good. I don't. Yeah.
To be honest, like as weak-minded as it sounds, if I was to prep again, that's probably what I'd use. I think hunger signaling is a massive thing for me with ADHD because it's a dopamine hit. Like, obviously I've been addicted to things in the past. I no longer touch said things, really turn my life around. But the fact is ADHD, down to a nut, it basically means your brain doesn't produce enough dopamine. So you're constantly chasing. So people with ADHD are much more susceptible to become addicts of some sort. And that's why we chase things and we're all or nothing and we get really hyper-focused on things because it gives us that dopamine and we chase it.
Yeah.
Food's always been a massive dopamine driver for me. Like, I really do struggle to control the hunger signals, and I've always needed a goal to do it. If I just sort of tried to be me and just get on with life and had no real thing I was working towards, you would see me straight to and eat crap. I would give into it. But I think, if I was to prep again, I would try it with that because Dr. Mike actually did his last prep on it and he said it just made it so much easier. Imagine a prep where you're not hungry, but you just write your meals down and you just check your weight and you check how you look. You're like, oh, I'll take it down a little bit today. Thank God. I was sick of eating that much. Imagine.
I mean, one thing I never personally really struggled with prep in terms of dieting because one of the things fucking modafinil made me not hungry ever. I was eating because I had to. And it made me like I was awake, I was alert. I wasn't really like struggling with regular sort of like. But it's interesting. Let's say it's interesting to learn about it. Ozempic or
modafinil helps me massively at the start, but then when I get to the point where I have to take more, because it's a stimulant, because I've got ADHD and quite twitchy as it is, it brings on a lot of facial tics for me. Modafinil does.
Like, I think. Someone said, one of the lads at the gym, Ryan, good lad, he's got ADHD. And the more he talks about stuff and the more you talk about ADHD stuff, I'm not just sort of like saying, I think I've got that. But there's a lot of things that there's a lot of stuff about me that I think like that sounds like what this person has. Like this amount of times when, like you're saying, you got like facial tics, if you're overstimulated. I started doing this thing where like I just like wiggle my nose. I don't know if you notice it, but I do it like every 30 seconds. Hello. Luke, I don't know how
what was we talking about? Me not controlling food?
The burglar's just come in, Luke. I don't know what's happened. But yeah, there's a lot of things that like I noticed that I think like that sounds pretty ADHD-esque. Or even if it was like it could be my birthday, it could be Christmas, it could be something I've been looking forward to for ages. But on the day, I feel like all my emotions are so overwhelmed, I can't smile. And then people are like, what's wrong with you? It's your birthday. But I can't smile. What we got?
What have I got? I've got the hat trick. This is what I love about football. You know, like I said, I don't like football, but it's given me some good things. Thank you, baby. I love you.
Okay.
It's given me food deals, and it's given me more time with my son. Like, I love the football. I just don't watch it.
Yeah. I think, I say like there's a lot of stuff that I kind of like I might have ADHD, but then I don't really feel like there's much benefit to me getting diagnosed because they're only going to give me tablets or whatever. I don't really want tablets.
Well, you wouldn't get tablets for like 2 years anyway. So it's a year to get the diagnosis, and it's another year to get titrated onto any medication.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm going to try
some like help in terms of like managing my day and stuff like that, because there are times when I feel like I wake up and I have no emotion all day. And it's not nice for Jess. She's having a good time. But I went to watch, she told me to tell you, we went to watch Dirty Dancing yesterday at the outdoor cinema. Fantastic. Never watched it. It's a good film. And it was a good experience. But for the whole day, I couldn't smile. I don't know why. I just had I wasn't like angry or sad. I was just normal feelings, but I couldn't express it. And I don't have a good fake smile anyway. I just, times like that, I just think, there's something. And I'm aware of it. I'm like, trying to smile.
It's hard to manage. It's hard to know how you're supposed to react and how you're supposed to feel, or even in social situations. I overtalk things in social situations, and I feel like I make myself seem like an idiot. And I'll always come home to them and say, "Oh, did I say too much to this person? Did I overspeak there? Did I, And then it creates that like thought process, that intrusive pattern of, have I fucked up? Imposter syndrome almost. That's what I get a lot from it.
Yeah,
they've diagnosed with combined types. So I've got like hyperactive and inattentive ADHD. So things like washing the dishes, I think I've done a perfect job, and I've really, really focused on it. And I've missed everything. But I'll get really defensive and upset them because I genuinely really was proud of myself that I'd spent extra time looking at everything, but I just can't. It's like I don't see it. It's like I've jet washed half the drive today because it took too long.
I get a bit like that. I can be solely focused on something random that I want to do, but I just want to do it. I just want to do it, and everything else is simple. And it's almost like the more important something is, the more I put it off because I'm thinking about it, and it's right at the top of the list, and I think that's too important. I need to pry myself to do it. And I never fucking do it, man. I don't know. Anyway.
Get diagnosed. We can from the ADHD podcast.
But then that's another thing I thought going off on a fucking tangent. But all my life, I see my dad died when I was 19, but he was ill all my life. I remember looking at the top of the fridge, he'd have a small pile, probably about 15, 20 different tablets, all these things, and he had MS, he had some neurological disorder, he had a permanent fucking urine bladder infection thing. And in the end, it was lung cancer. But he was riddled. But the thing that I don't want to be, I don't want to get to a point where I'm this person, I have this, therefore it is me.
Yeah.
And therefore, all my friends and family who spend the time around have to put up with me, and I would just allow it to overcome everything without trying to,
use it as a crutch. Almost.
Yeah, and I don't want that. I'd rather just try and help myself a little bit, not get diagnosed with anything.
You can't manage it.
Sorry?
I think it's good to have the answer just so you know, so you don't feel crazy.
That's the only thing. But I know what I'm like.
I'll be like, the choice to manage it or to medicate it.
Yeah.
I feel like I managed one quite well.
Yeah,
I am going to try the medication because there are some things that I can't get on top of, like the tics, like the twitching, like the over talking, like the inattentiveness. So I am going to trial it to see if it helps with things. But in terms of managing my life and getting priorities and putting my hyper focuses where they should be, I feel like I've done that now. Whereas 4 years ago, not so much.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was then. I was just, off the rails person then.
I think there's a lot of
some things, but yeah.
I think it makes you different to, let's say, 70% of the population. It makes you different, but it's not always a bad thing. I think there's a lot of good things with having that ability to just focus purely on one thing and be interested. I don't know about you. I think this is what you're like. I think when there's a new subject you don't know about. For me, if I don't know about that, I'm fucking interested in that thing, and I want to learn as much as I'm really interested in it. And then I learn about it, then I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm done now. I'll do something else. Whereas I feel like the majority of people.
Does your partner get annoyed with that?
You are?
Does your partner get annoyed when you're telling her about all the new things you've learned?
I don't think she's too polite.
Mine, not anymore.
This is very polite.
I came upstairs to talk to Mandy this morning. It was 5:30 in the morning. Fair play.
Yeah.
But I bought her a coffee, and she was awake, but she likes to sit in silence with her coffee. And she had to stop me at one point and said, Luke, all I've heard is blah, 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 blah. But I was just telling her about all these new things that I was going to do and what I had in my mind. And
yeah,
it's just, I am that jump out of bed, get thinking sort of guy.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah. I say Jess is just too polite. Generally, she ain't got the heart to tell me to shut up. I wouldn't take offence to it. I'd just laugh, but she ain't got the heart. She couldn't do it. What you got, Luke? You got any what Q&As we got?
Yeah, man. I've got a nice hack, you see. I've used my work phone with my camera. Just downloaded the app on there so I can actually...
This lad told me about it. I thought I was going to get a camera. I thought, like, no, your phone camera is, like, incredible. Use your phone.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
This one's not as good as my iPhone one, but it's still... I feel like I'm quite good res.
Yeah.
Okay. If you were to either have a teleporter or a time travel machine, which one would you want?
So you can travel to different places or different times.
Yeah. Well, I imagine sometimes you could probably go to a certain place.
Can you get back from the place all the time?
Yeah, I believe so. Like you can keep using it. So it's like,
yeah,
you can unlimitedly, you can teleport, and so it's not like a one-time deal. You can't teleport somewhere you're stuck there, and you can't travel time and you're stuck there. Like you can use this all the time.
Not to travel to like. So my time machine actually comes with a clear, bulletproof, bomb-proof, protected sphere, which is what I'm walking around in, like a hamster, basically. So for that reason, I'd like to experience just a fraction of a fraction of what it would feel like to be in the UK, but like during the Second World War, basically. I just want to like, because you constantly be hearing there'll be either no noise or bombs or air raid sirens. You can't really go outside. Everyone's and how close it would everyone be as a community as well. That would be like that. I think that would be amazing to feel that.
The way the country came together during that time was amazing.
Yeah, I mean we need another war really, but
yeah. Pure obesity as well. Think about like things being rationed and just growing potatoes and eating rabbit.
Have you seen how much like the rations were? Like what you got in your rations?
No.
I saw a picture.
We did it before.
I saw a picture of it the other day, and it was like that's literally breakfast.
Yeah, well,
well, I don't know how accurate this is, but this is.
I look so fat. It is Sunday.
Oh shit! What's it say? Russian Mate.
Oh, I got 20 nuggets as well as my meal, by the way.
Oh, nice. Fucking hell.
You have to, though, don't you? Oh,
Yeah, it's something like this is bad. It's so every week. So this is what you get a week. You get
weekly one, yeah.
Sorry,
a weekly one, yeah.
Yeah, a week. So this is a week's worth of rations in World War II, according to this website. It says 3 pints of milk, 8 ounces of sugar, 25 tea bags, 8 ounces of margarine, 2 ounces of butter, 2 ounces of cheese, 1 egg, 4 ounces of bacon, which is what? 3 pieces, 2 pieces?
What's that, 28 grams per ounce?
And a small pack of sausages.
Thank you, man. You brought the sauce.
So, like, that Mackey's would have to last you about 3 weeks.
This man,
like, with you and your whole family.
that is crazy, isn't it? It's more milk than I don't really have milk, but yeah.
What about you? So, I mean,
there was no people.
To see different
people lived. People were still like sort of getting together, community spirit. Like,
yeah,
I don't think we've got that community spirit now. I don't think another war like that would bring England together. But I don't think the community's the same.
I think it's different. Everyone likes to blame things. Everyone likes to blame everyone else for their problems, which is, fucking cause of a lot of things. But that's the thing about what I like about football, like the World Cup and the Euros, because it's England, and like 90% of people are going to be watching it, and they're going to be happy.
Yeah,
with if we win, or every time we score, like collectively. But then the black guy shoots and misses. Fuck him. He's black. Don't like him. Rah rah. It's suddenly his fault. But yeah. What about you? Where would you go? What time? What place?
I'd have a time machine. See, mine's a more selfish reason, because either one I'd be using to try and monetize to make myself financially free.
Yeah.
So if I had a teleporting machine, I'd be teleporting into a bank an hour, mate. I'm doing that, like, to every bank. But with a time machine, I think you can save the people that you love. So I'm going deep as well. Like, if someone's dying from old age or natural causes, you can't stop that. But if your girlfriend got run over by a bus tomorrow, you could travel back in time and stop her from walking on that road.
Yeah.
But you could still go back and make smart investments for your future and go forwards and find out, because we're thinking, time traveling is 2 ways. We can go forward as well. Yeah, we could go forward to tomorrow, find out who wins the Euros or World Cup, whatever it is. I think it is Euros.
Yeah.
Stupid. You could go forward to tomorrow, find out who wins, and just put everything on them. Everything you own.
In that sense, I'd go back to
monetize, and you can monetize, and you could protect the people you love from unnatural.
Yeah, I would go back to when I was 18, and I'd tell myself, like, don't buy anything on finance, pay every single bill, and then I'd fast forward to when I'm 32 now. 32? What? Yeah, 32.
Yeah.
And then I'd get a massive loan or a mortgage, because I've got a fucking 999 credit rating. Let's say 300 grand. I don't know how mortgages work. I don't know if they just give you the money, but let's say I get that. I've got 300 grand. And then I'd take it back to like 1900s. And I'm like, no, I've got fucking, what, £1 billion. And I'd buy like And houses are cheap then. I'd buy a fucking town, I'd buy a city.
Mm-hmm.
I'd change the city to my name, and then I'd go back to when I'm 32 again, and I'd probably be the mayor or whatever. I'd probably have
Elon
a
Musk.
state. Yeah.
You could Bitcoin. You didn't buy any Bitcoins when they come out now.
I bought £60 worth of a Bitcoin. Yeah, it was probably 100th. I don't know. It was never a Bitcoin. It was like 63 quid's worth. So I'm talking what? I don't know, a tiny fraction of a Bitcoin. Then I fucking lost it. So yeah, just gone.
When they first came out, what were they? £1 a coin, if that?
If that, man, they'll give it about 3, wouldn't they?
Now it's what, 42 grand a coin?
It's fucking mad now. It's crazy. I don't even fucking know what it is.
If I'd have just been as impulsive then, I mean, I was, but for different things, because I had the email. Everyone got a random email like buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, fuck off. Yeah.
You know, a tenner, you can get this many. I wish I'd just done it like, a tenner, I'll get 40 or something. Imagine having 40.
Oh. I bet there's people, that have got a few Bitcoin, don't even know they've got it. They just said yes years ago, and then, yeah, I bet they've got something, don't even know about it.
Mm.
Right. I've kind of brought this up because I had like a thing about it, really, but excuse me. Post-show mentality, but not just post-show, it's during the prep. Your mentality during prep regarding after prep. There's something that just really makes me kind of feel a bit like an idea. It's not. Sure, it's everyone. You can be any category to do this, but it's something about bikini girls. Not all of them, because Jess was never like this. Jess was just grafted. She really did. But something about bikini girls, especially like first timers, that they're doing the prep, 12 weeks out, 10 weeks out, 8 weeks out, whatever, and they'll buy like a hamper and fill it with all these fucking cakes and chocolates and sweets, like 100 quid worth of fucking junk. And it's like, I'm saving this for later. I'm saving this for after.
Mm-hmm.
Why? So you're intentionally ruining your body just because I've not had that. I've not had that for ages. So you're going to have all of this shit in what? A few days after show? When your body's in a position to absorb all of that shit. And let's face it, you're probably not going to try.
Yeah.
It's you literally just like that hamper is just you going, I'm going to fuck myself up. And this is how I'm going to do it with all of this shit. I just think that's the opposite. That's the opposite of what you should be doing, man. It's so bad. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm like that for. I don't buy things in preparation, but my first show I did go to Aldi the night before, buy a few chocolate bars, a few packs of biscuits, to bring to the show because I knew I was coming off stage and banging a chocolate bar down in. And then on the drive home, I bought 5 double cheeseburgers from McDonald's because it was in Birmingham. I was just eating them while I was driving. Then I went out for a meal and had like this big dirty burger with chips and that. But I was fucked that night. Like, I couldn't lie down. Like,
that's the thing, ain't it? Everyone wants to celebrate with you. Like, oh, let's go here. And then your other mate be like, let's go here and eat this. But you got to do it for a bit.
Absolutely ruined me. Like, you can't handle the food the way the bloat, the reaction.
But I think that's the best.
You want to react to anything negative or positive that comes in your body. So if you continue being positive with it, you go to a slight surplus, you're going to explode. New tissue. You're going to rebound really well. You eat shit, you're going to get all them bad responses, all that bloat, all that insulin, spiking, all that, then becoming sensitive to it.
Yeah.
But on body fat, you can very easily get fat straight after a show.
And you or me, if you put a bit of weight on after a show, yeah, whatever, do not care. But when you're a girl with all your emotions and you're a bit more sensitive than me, I suppose.
Yeah.
You and me, because I don't really care. It's like you're just setting yourself up for failure intentionally. I think the best way to do it is don't have all that shit. Don't plan it. Don't keep looking at it and I can't wait to get off stage. You should be looking forward to getting on stage, not getting off. But I feel like when you finish, if you fancy something, go and get it. Don't have it sat there at home in a big fucking massive basket. Because you
exactly order it, go get it, go out for food,
come home and
it's a real big thing. Like, and this goes into that hunger signaling again. You fight it for so long during a prep, like you put your body into a position where it shouldn't be. Like this day and age, there is no reason for anyone to starve. So the fact that these athletes put themselves through it is, one, phenomenal, and two, so against the grain of what we're used to. So those hunger signals are just like fighting you and fighting you and fighting it. I think it genuinely, like, once again, not shitting on the sport. I love the sport to save my life, but like it creates some real mental battles that you have to be strong to overcome, or you will end up with an eating disorder coming out of it. You will. It will make or break you.
Yeah, definitely 100%, mate. I fully agree. Like even with training as well. Like, I used to fucking love training. If I could train 3 times a day, I would, because I enjoyed it. And then I decided to do my first show, and then it was training because I have to, and it took a lot of the fun away.
It becomes a job, doesn't it?
Like, you have to.
So
you have to do it. Yeah,
I fully get that. And since getting a training partner, it's changed. Now I enjoy it. But let's say he didn't go this week on Tuesday because it was his son's birthday. So he wanted to wake up with his son. Fair enough. Instead of going on my own like I used to, I just went, I haven't really got a goal at the minute. I'll take it off and I'll have a lie in with the missus. I'd never do that when I was sort of competing, and I was like, I have to clock in. But then also, it has almost took the enjoyment. I don't really want to go and train on my own anymore. I will, if it was 2 days in a row that I couldn't train, I would. But the one off, I'm just like, that's all right. And it did sort of take, because it felt like such a chore. I think if I had long enough away from it, obviously I'd go in excited again, wanting to, see what I can do. But
just change
it's consistency over time training, isn't it, at the minute? So my training doesn't really change.
What about so I'm just saying about like post show mentality. It's really what I mean is leading up to that. Like, I don't know what you think, but me personally, I think you got to plan that. Like, if you got a coach and he just coaches you up to the show day, you should really have like where you can fuck up. You need someone there to tell you how not to fuck up. And I think that's something that a lot of people miss, especially when they do it for the first time, because I haven't had the experience yet. But I do think it's, if not just as important as the prep, to plan, finish, and prep, because it's a lot of hard work you've done just to waste. It's not just for the stage; it's for you. Like, if you can walk away a week later and not look much different to us when you're on stage, and just walk around and exist, be a bit happier, how amazing is that? Don't just do it for the stage. Yeah, I'll definitely have a plan put in place for that. If you was to have a plan, Luke, how would you plan in terms of like training and gear and food and stuff like that after show, for post show?
After the show, I might keep the gear in for 6 to 8 weeks
till it runs out.
No, not like orals and stuff like that, but I keep the injectables in because your body is in a good place to grow. I wouldn't move the training up to something really intense yet, because you've just dried out, your entire body. You don't want to be bringing them weights back up. But if you keep the drugs in for another 6 weeks, 8 weeks maybe, and slowly titrate the food up whilst keeping the training as it is, maybe slightly getting a little bit stronger, a little bit heavier with the weights, you can use that post-show rebound 6 to 8 weeks, and then move into your health phase where you're sort of maintaining on a sport TRT, bring the food to baseline, which you should have worked up to. You should have, worked up where you put on a little bit of weight, and then you should be plateauing in your baseline, and then you've found that baseline, and then that's where you keep it, and you just try to maintain for another maybe 8 weeks, 10, 12 even, then go into a full-blown off-season. You want to stay sensitive for that long time. People think they come off stage, bang, off-season. No. You want to slowly get up to a nice weight and then stay there for a little bit, keep that body composition good, and then make sure the health's good, check everything out, and then start pushing the drugs again, start pushing the food again.
Yeah,
start bringing the weight up.
I agree with that, yeah. It's hard sometimes, isn't it? Especially when you've got that fucking hamper of fucking donuts and chocolate to only increase your calories, by 100 a week? Like, this is what I mean.
I have that hamper of fucking cookies every weekend. You know that?
So in terms of like, let's say me, for example, let's just use me for example. If I'm coming off stage and I've been on 3,000 calories and all the way, don't know what my maintenance is anymore. What would you say I would do? Shows on a Sunday. What do I do on Monday? Food, just food.
Okay.
Keep it 3 days.
Shows on a Sunday. On Monday, I'd take a few days of eating less meals, but of choices of anything you want. And that doesn't mean crap. Eat only 3 meals, but each meal can be 1,000 calories then, can't it? Because it's still 3,000 calories. And you can make different choices. You could wake up and have pancakes, blueberries, honey, whipped cream.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to fry up, mate.
Yeah, bacon. Get your protein. But as bodybuilders, you've probably noticed this. You look at some people's breakfast or lunch or dinner, and you go, "Where's the protein?"
Yeah,
like it's just ingrained in our minds now, isn't it? Every meal is balanced.
Protein.
Every meal has everything in it. You see someone wake up in the morning, they're just having porridge, or they're just having toast, or they're just having cereal.
Same size tomorrow. You're not gaining anything today. Yeah. So we get to a point where I'm going to put my calories up. How many calories would you say I would increase by, and what would they be made up of?
Oh, so your protein would stay the same, 1 to 1.5 grams per pound.
Yeah.
Body weight. I tend to lean towards. See, if I go whole animal protein sources, I'm probably 1 gram per pound. And then if I go like all additional, like what you get in your oats, what you get in your rice, etc., I'm more like 1.5. But I only really count the full amino profile ones, which is the animal sources.
Yeah.
But I keep the protein the same. I keep the fats the same. Fats are anywhere between 40 and 80. My fats I've actually pulled up to like 100 grams now in my own. Because I pulled the carbs down to 200, but then my protein's at 300.
Okay,
and I'm on around about 3,000 calories now because I am still trying to stay lean, other than on a Sunday.
Yeah. So, what would you say? A couple hundred calories? Would you say to bump it up by?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. ADHD. I'd go up about 40 grams of carbs every time.
Yeah,
just stick to the carbohydrate.
All right.
And I'll just do it. Just do a 40 gram carbohydrate increase every 2 to 4 weeks, depending on what changes you see. And it's so hard to do that without a coach. Like if you was to just coach yourself, try and do that.
They should get in touch with us.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. It's just it's doing it on paper and doing it in reality is 2 very different things, especially if you've got a big basket of fucking cakes sat in front of you. So you're doing a show.
They should be gone that night. Whether you show with your family or what. That should be a post-show, like, binge. And then back to the drawing board.
Yeah. Like, my mum always makes me banana bread and mango float cake, which is my fucking favouriteest cake.
Yeah.
And she always make, like, I say mates, used to, nice and fucking warm, thick, fucking moist banana bread. Can't beat it. And it's just carbs, and it's just literally just like, there's nothing in there, it's just carbs. And I used to fucking love that, especially post-workout. Perfect. But That was it.
Yeah.
Like, I think if anyone's doing a show, especially for the first time, don't literally plan your own demise. Don't fucking stock up on a fucking boxes of cakes and donuts and sweets and shit ready to eat after.
You don't plan to leave your coach. Coaches aren't for prep; they're for life.
For life,
yes. They're for your life within the sport, anyway, or within the time that you want to remain healthy. Unless you truly have got yourself to your point, where you'd like to think we know what we're doing. And you'd like to think we have that mindset where we can coach ourselves. Like, don't take my Sundays as a reflection of me as a person. In the week, everything is planned, prepped.
Yeah,
exactly. Routine.
And I like what I said, coaches are for life, because that's a lot of direct debits.
They are. Like, that is probably the most important part. Like, okay, getting on stage, you could say is, but the most important part is someone to coach you after that. When that goal's gone and you need someone to bring you in. Yeah,
exactly. I'm not going to bring you there like on a fucking cliff edge. Not, we got here, great. See ya.
Bye.
Exactly. Like, yeah. I mean, I've got this. I'll probably show you now. Actually, I've got this. Tom. So I'm coaching him for his. He's got his first time as a PTA in September. Really nice structure, really good flow. He's not big. He's not big. I think he's only 21. But yeah, he's 4 weeks into his prep now. I was put him on my stories earlier. Put him on my stories, and he's.
Have a look. Got me, bro.
Quick look. Right, just have a quick.
It was Paul as well. I've seen Paul on your thing as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was
That's someone else.
Ash,
Ryan, Johnny.
Should be the last one. Yeah, I'm sharing it now. So that's him now.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like
4 weeks.
So he's still got 10 weeks. He's still got 10 weeks to go. There's like,
jeez,
he looks really good. For me, I'd say that's his best pose, and his pose has improved recently as well. Like he's
he's doing that. That's good. The side chest, he's not got the gap at the front.
Yeah,
you know how his arms coming in.
We don't have gaps. No gaps.
It looks really good.
Oh shit! I'm not even sharing
really
it.
Good.
Oh, there we go. I'm sharing now.
Yeah, share him. Yeah. Yeah, that's how you want to hold it. Just hold that gap and be upright. So many people bend down into that pose. Like, be upright. Like, you can sit on your hamstring slightly more if I'm going to say anything, but like his chest's upright, and that's what you want.
Yeah, definitely. But he's got it in his head. Like, sometimes he'll be like, love how it looks, rah. And he said, I've still got. I said, like, you've only got a little bit of fat. You ain't got much. You've got 10 weeks to get this in. And he's like, I don't know, mate. You fucking got 10 weeks.
That's going to be your challenge. Your challenge isn't going to be to bring him in physically. It's going to be bringing him in mentally, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's sort of like. He's always going to be a bit unsure and whatnot, because it's his first show. He doesn't really know what to expect. But like, I told him, 100% you'll be the leanest. You're not going to be the biggest, because there's a lot of people bigger than you, but they won't be in the condition you will. Like, if you do what I say, I fucking guarantee you'll be the leanest fucking one on there. And I'll probably go as far to say I don't know who's else in that show. But he's going to be doing the juniors, and like at this stage of 10 weeks out, I don't think anyone else would probably be in that sort of shape. Like 10 weeks out, I know I would. 10 weeks out, but
he's in the running to win. I'd put money on him. Judge off that look.
I hope so, because he said, like I said to him, like, if you qualify for finals, are you going to do it? And he's like, yes. I was like, good. So I want to go finals.
That's my birthday weekend.
Oh, is it?
October 17th and 18th, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. And it's not really. His food's still very high, still nearly 3,000 calories. I've been giving him the past few weeks. I think he's had 2 refeeds. His refeeds have been total of, altogether the days have been probably between 4 and 5 a day.
So what do you believe? Do you believe in refeeds or cheat meals or both, or never?
I think there's times for both. The first refeed we had was purely carbs. It was like an extra 200 grams of carbs, just because I wanted to see what it would do to him. Didn't do much. Did a bit, but didn't do much. And next time we brought it up to 400 carbs, so I think he had about 700 or 800 in the day altogether, if I'm right in thinking. And the last meal,
that's my maintenance, 800 carbs.
yeah, is the last meal I said, right, I want to have something now that we could potentially have down the line, something clean as it doesn't sound clean. Burgers and chips, but like have it homemade, do it yourself. Don't have it where it's like fried in oil and shit. Just have that and still measure it. The next day was a good day basically. Just burns through it, man. But yeah, I'm excited about it.
That's the answer.
Yeah,
we're going
that's what I said. I told him I wanted to get ready really early, like 3-4 weeks out, and I think we probably will be ready in 4 weeks out, because that way we've got so much fucking time to play around with, see what works best, fill out, and just
do a couple of mock peaks.
Exactly. We're not going to nail it the first time on the day. At least if we could have one run up or 2 attempts and improve that chance on the day, perfect. He's been grafted here. He worked 70 hours a week last week.
Okay.
I'm trying to do this as well. I'm like, you fucking do well, mate.
Yeah.
But fucking weird things we do. Weird things.
Fair play to him. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I wouldn't have put him in 10 weeks out. I'd put him for a first time as 6, maybe 5. Looking at that. Like that condition.
Yeah, it's good, man.
Right, let's have a look. Another hypothetical?
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Oh. It's not funny. Well, I might do 2. Okay, so this one. For the rest of your life, it will only be spring, winter, autumn, or summer. Which one would you choose?
Summer.
You reckon?
Yeah, man. I love summer.
You're not as big as me, are
you? No.
Yeah. I fucking hate the summer. Right. Said to the missus the other day, can we like summer in Iceland and then winter in England? Please.
I just don't like... I mean, I like winter for Christmas, but any other reason.
I like autumn. Autumn is my favourite. The walks.
Yeah, I mean, I like
the colour of the leaves. Like that. That's me. That's what I'd go for.
Yeah, autumn's like a tame summer. It's not as intense.
Yeah. What makes you say summer then? Is it the vibe? Is it,
the sun makes me quite happy.
Yeah. Yeah. I see that. I like the early mornings in the summer when the sun's up. You get out there,
especially when it's like 8 or 9 o'clock at night and it's still, just go for a drive through the lanes and the sun's just setting. Like, that's fucking man. But winter is like, it's dark all the time. I just get fucking sad. I get really sad during the winter. The only thing that makes me keeps me from fucking being really upset is Christmas.
Yeah.
But that's it. I don't really.
Yeah, I do get excited. When do you start playing the Christmas songs? When's when is okay to start playing Christmas songs in your car?
I don't play them myself, but if on the radio, I like them. Like, I do like Christmas songs.
I start the Christmas playlists in November.
In fucking July.
Once I think I did it in October, just to weird people out. I pulled up in Asda car park to go shopping, and I had volume up all the way, windows down, missus in the car, just to embarrass her. Really, wish it could be Christmas every day.
I like it. I like Christmas. I like when people moan about they're in shops and all they can hear is Christmas songs. Or I get it if you work in the shops, it must be a bit annoying, but I like them. I like all of them. What's your favourite Christmas
song? I love it. I absolutely love it. It's only recent that I loved it. I've only loved it for the last 3 years. But I have. I spent a couple of Christmases alone on certain substances, lying on the floor, room spinning around me.
You had a good time.
Since getting my life back.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Like I go see the family, I go out food. It's amazing. Last Christmas, me and the missus took the kids to Warwick Castle, and we stayed in one of them little chalets. And the elves come and wake you up, and then Santa reads you a breakfast story.
That's cool.
Like, we kept the kids in bed when we went to see Santa because we didn't want them to ruin it. But I loved it. I sat on his lap.
What's your favourite Christmas song?
Oh, that one that they banned, what is it, the Progs, and they say they've banned it, but you still hear it.
It's fucking if you have a problem with that song, you're fucking shit, mate. And you need to just
It's the best Christmas song ever.
Just fuck off. Yeah, if you don't like that song, fuck off.
Fuck off.
Yeah, that song and probably Wham, Last Christmas. Yep. Yeah, top two for me. Definitely. Right. Fucking, I wrote it down now. I can't even read my own writing. You could never fucking read that. Well, you can't read it anyway, but yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we had a question from Ryan.
Yeah.
He said, you've got to basically build a bodybuilder from all the best parts of other bodybuilders.
Yeah.
So, let's go. Let's start with arms.
Arms.
Yeah. Who's got the best arms? I know who I'm picking.
Obviously, Bonnie Coleman has the best arms with his bicep. Yeah.
Like Phil Heath.
Triceps, Phil Heath. Biceps,
I like Phil Heath's arms and shoulders because they were too big for his body. Whereas Ronnie,
I guess, yeah, if you put them on someone else.
Put them on someone with a really small torso. What about...
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's hard to think now that looking at people, isn't it? I'd say Samson's chest.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. I forgot fucking Samson. How can I do that? My favourite guy. Chest. Yeah. Yeah, either Samson. Because Samson's chest is good, but I think he poses it. I don't know. I think other body parts take away from his chest. So, but I think he does have a good chest. What about abs? I'm saying Hardy for abs.
Hardy, yeah, because I was thinking if you could pick someone's condition as a body part,
there you go.
Hardy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
never misses. Even when he's up, he's like, oh. What about legs?
Mine.
Yeah. Ronnie Coleman's arms. Legs.
I'd say Rami's legs. Obviously, Rami's the legs that stick out, aren't they?
Yeah. Rami's legs. Back. Who's got the best back? I think that's Ronnie. I think that's Ronnie for back.
Mm-hmm. If we're talking like current bodybuilders, Derek Lunsford's got a really good back.
Mate, he looks like he's genuinely now got to be wider than he is tall. Got to be.
Yep.
I'm really looking forward to this. I was looking forward to the Olympians, but this one's going to be like really good.
We'll try and watch it.
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be good.
It's been a few years since like it's been so competitive. I think ever since like Brandon Curry won, that's sort of like 2 or 3 years before that. It was a bit.
I was speaking to you in that one. I remember because literally the day after I went and met you because we looked at the results in my car.
Yeah. But yeah, say like now. It's like you got Derek, you got Holly, you got fucking Nick Walker, you got Samson, you got really good people.
Where would you have placed Nick if he didn't pull out last year?
So it was Derek, Hardy, Samson, wasn't it? It was after Samson.
Was it? They're the only three you think of, aren't they?
Yeah. I'll have a look.
Was it Hunter or was it Brandon?
I think it was Brandon, yeah.
Brandon? Yeah.
I'll have a look. Yeah, so Derek, then Hardy, then Samson. Brandon Curry was 4th. It was 5th. Fuck, I don't know his name. Chenny and Andrew Jacked.
Really? Oh yeah.
Is he fifth? So where would I put Nick in there?
Nick would be in the top 3, I think.
Yeah, but then
or fourth at least. I don't know. Samson beat him in the Arnold, didn't he, that year?
I don't think he would have been Samson. Yeah, I think he would have been 4th. That's what I think. I think he would have been Brandon. I think he would have been Jacked.
Do you think that maybe like Samson wins the Arnold because it's a prettier physique, but then Nick beats him in the Olympia because it's more muscular?
There's
you feel like they go for different looks.
Yeah, they've got muscularity there. It's definitely got the muscularity there, but I mean, I'll be honest. I feel like that's all he's got. Like he's got good size muscularity, but the shape is off.
Yeah, he's not like a pretty physique to look at, but he's like a wow, isn't he?
I think if I think he'd be closer to Derek in terms of actual physiques than Samson, but I think Samson's got a pretty physique, but it's still 300 pounds on stage. Like he's a big guy, and he's taller than. I think he'd beat Nick. I don't think it'd be easy, but I think he could beat Nick because Nick. Well, I say Nick changes every year. He gets better, but it's not better. It's not better. Like his waist is just getting thicker and thicker.
Yeah.
Where Samson just gets better every year, like by miles.
It will be an interesting one to see this.
Yeah, like I think Nick's got it in his head he's going to win, but no, I don't think he'll get past Samson. I really don't think. Not Hardy, definitely not Hardy. I think Hardy is like what Nick. If Nick could wake up and be anyone, I think he would want to be like that. He's just fucking perfect. And then he definitely won't come close to Derek. I can't see that.
Yeah. I think Derek might have it a few years. Yeah.
A really good one. I don't think Derek either. Right, what we got? We got next.
Would you agree to go without showering, brushing your teeth, and using deodorant for 6 months to win £50,000? You were not allowed to talk about the deal with anyone until the 6 months end or the offer's gone.
It's only 50. Well, 50 grand's a lot of money. Yeah, no, I'd probably do that.
Good investment.
It's a good investment. It's free, 100% profit. And in terms of not telling anyone, I wouldn't talk to anyone because my breath would fucking stink. I wouldn't say anything to anyone. Yeah, I'd do that. What about you?
Yeah, I think I would. I'd opt to work from home.
Yeah. You get sent home.
But in my job, I could work from home. So yeah.
Yeah, I think
definitely why not? I mean, I've only just recently started showering anyway because I've got a partner.
Yeah, so you have to now. It's one of the conditions.
Yeah, no, I have to. I'm cleaning my teeth because she works in orthodontics. So, she sort of highlighted the importance of that. Before that, you're pretty much talking my life,
Yeah. How many times a day do you brush your teeth?
Huh?
How many times a day do you brush your teeth?
Twice now, and I used one of them, like, it's like a little mini brush you got like a plastic handle and you go like in between. It's like flossing, but like with a stick.
Okay. Because I only ever used to brush my teeth once a day. And Jess was like, that's great.
Yeah, no, I used to, yeah. But yeah, no, I went to the dentist basically. I hadn't been to the dentist since I was 18, and I went this year. And they're like, why have you not? I was like, I didn't think I needed to, but the missus said apparently it's important. So I came for a checkup.
And
they told me that's what I should be doing. Everything was fine. My gums were a bit sensitive, like they bled a little bit. And they said I need to stay on top of that by cleaning in between. So I started doing that. And it's become a routine now, just a habit. As soon as I can form a habit, that's it. It's like second nature. So I do it now.
I've started doing it twice.
Good at forming habits, but I'm bad at starting them.
Yeah. They've got to be a reason to do them as well.
Yeah, and they have to be. So I have to force myself for like 3 weeks, but then it's like second nature, and I almost feel weird if I don't do it then.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. So I've only just started doing mine twice a week, twice a day, just because I do it, and I feel like I actually feel quite fresh. I feel quite good.
Yeah, you feel good about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just something I noticed. You don't really, in terms of sports. I think it's mainly football. Is the thing, but like, you don't really get any racism at all in bodybuilding.
No.
The only sort of like race thing you have, it's never a negative. It's 9 times out of 10 it's a positive. Like every time it's a positive. When they talk about genetics and about like black guy genetics, Nigerian genetics, like they're the genetics that everyone wants because you just
or like white guy lean, like James Hollingshead says, Caucasian
dry, yeah. And it's never like oh, you beat me because you fucking this race or whatever. It's like, no, literally their genetics is their genetics. Like everyone's got different genetics. However, I don't know.
It's the same as in sprinting, isn't it? I don't think you'll ever see a white 100-meter world record holder.
No.
Because of genetics.
Yeah.
But that's a compliment.
Yeah, it's never like it's never and so like if you're really, really supporting someone, they just happen to be of a certain race and they lose, you're not going to start saying, oh, fuck you fucking, and then just start saying racist shit. But football is just like, that's the only thing that puts me off. That's the thing that made me not watch football from
There's a lot of like negativity surrounding football, isn't there? Like everyone blames everyone. And I think there's genuine hate. Wasn't the manager hated at the start when we were playing bad? And now
he was, at some point. This is the thing I was saying to Jess as well. Like, you've got this fucking herd mentality. If people were one on their own, they would never shout any racial slurs, really. But because you're all together, there's hundreds of you, thousands of you, and you're all in one group, you're all angry, you're all fucking steaming, and you're angry because the outcome isn't the desired outcome.
That's it as well, though. You've just hit the nail on the head. They're all steaming. No one's getting drunk watching bodybuilding or drunk watching the Olympics. Like,
no, that's it. And it kind of, it's just another tangent, but it just brought me. I was having a talk with someone the other day, and like all the fucking people voting for this and that. I don't know about you, Luke. I didn't vote. It's for me, in my opinion, it's like choosing what knife you want to get stabbed by. You're still going to get stabbed. You just got to choose a different knife. But for me, talking to someone, and he was voting for a certain party. I can't say because then if anyone's listening, they're probably going to know. But anyway, and I said to him, you're watching the football? And he goes, no. I was like, oh, how come? He's like, I think it's weird. I was like, why is it weird? And he goes, well, for example, right, if let's say the French team, France, everyone looks French. And I thought, well, first of all, how do people look French? I don't know what I don't know what would look like.
Like running around with garlic around the fucking.
Yeah, just like on a box with bread. Like, no. But I knew what he was trying to say. The thing is, Luke, I knew what he was trying to say. He was good. He picked.
Yeah. I'm already telling. Yeah.
Like, he's not going to be like what he was basically trying to say. I knew he was trying to say, like, let's say like Saka. Like, he's got the most like I don't know what race, ethnicity is, his background is, but like if you're black, if you mixed race or whatever, then you're not English, so you shouldn't be on the England team. And that's such a fucking backwards way of like, there's different races in every fucking country. And I was really waiting for him to say like something else about being mixed race, because like, all about me, Bruce, I'm mixed race, but you don't have a problem with me. I've just said a name.
Yeah, you did.
I've got to delete that. Well, no, I'll probably leave it. But I mean, it's not a knock. It's not a knock or anything like that. I think it's just people have this idea in their head, and they have it for years, and they talk to the same people who agree with them, and then that's just their idea like forever. And again, because he was saying it to me, and I'm mixed race, and he's saying all this about other mixed race people, it just shows you that they don't know what they're fucking saying. They ain't got a clue what they're on about.
No,
they realise what
the thing is, if they did their ancestry, They're not English, bro. I did my ancestry. I'm Swedish and Danish. I don't know how. But
Get out.
I'm a Viking.
It's just...
Which I love. I love the fact that I have, by the way. That's why I got that. Oh, shit. Oh, sorry. Is it? No. Yeah.
Everyone's a little bit racist, but in the sense that, like, you assume certain races to act a certain way or to do certain things or to eat certain foods. That's me. Like
with Anchorman 2. You seen Anchorman 2?
Yes. Comment what happens.
Me and the missus watched it last night, and he's got a black girlfriend. So he goes,
oh, yeah.
around the house, and they're a posh black family. He ends up calling them all pie-pitting bitches.
That's the one where he's like looking at her and he's just like, black.
But that's the funniest scene in TV I've ever seen.
Yeah, I love Anchorman 1 and 2, really good film. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. It's like you don't know what you're saying, do you? You don't really understand what you're saying. But yeah, anyway, that's what I had for that.
Brother, do you want to hear a really funny one that's going to baffle you? Since we're probably coming towards a close now, anyway.
Yep.
So it's just random as fuck, and I don't think there's a right answer, but every answer is probably hilarious. You can transport one furious elephant into any point in history. Where would you put it?
One
furious elephant. Just a really angry stampeding elephant. You can just drop it anywhere in history.
Okay, you've said one, so it's only going to be temporary. It's not going to reproduce, so they're not going to like go there and then stay there and populate forever. So there's only going to be one. So it's got to be a temporary thing. Any point
angry elephant, you're dropping it. You're dropping it somewhere.
I don't know. I'd probably put him. I don't know, man. On the Titanic, probably. Just put him on there, see what happens. It wouldn't have crashed into that iceberg. It wouldn't have crashed into that iceberg, definitely.
No.
Because someone would have been like, shit, there's an elephant, let's turn around. Then it wouldn't have been that iceberg. Where would you put him?
I'm drawn to one of Hitler's rally speeches. You see it on black and white, him talking to everyone.
Yeah.
I'm just drawn to an elephant just dropping in the crowd, just angry, pissed off, just charging everything.
Mulling everyone up. Did you ever see, I don't know if it says it in the documentary, but apparently Hitler was like fucking stemmed up, like drugged up to fuck.
Yeah.
And when you see him do these rallies where he's like sweating his tits off, he's fucking, oh, you can see like this guy's on something like big time. Why is he running the country? I reckon he'd probably be all right if he wasn't so fucking. Yeah.
All the soldiers were on methamphetamine and cocaine.
Yeah.
They had like mixed tabs to keep them awake.
That's how they keep them. It's free.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to have something. If you're in that fucking war, you need something.
They all came out the war like heavily addicted to drugs.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's a good system, though. You get what you want done.
It ain't fucking scary enough, and you're there like clocking for fucking.
Yeah. Imagine like a thousand fucking crackheads charging at you with fucking machetes and grenades. Like, you're fucked.
It just makes war that much more fucking surreal, doesn't it?
Intense, yeah. Takes the edge off as well. Definitely. That's it. I've done that. Yeah, I've got nothing else, mate. I've spoke to all them as well. You got any more?
Yeah, I've got a couple of topics. Do you want to? Should we cover one more before we go?
Yeah, let's get one more.
We're talking a while, but okay. What's your view on fasting versus 5 to 6 meals a day? For, against, either, or whatever works for you?
I'm for it. I'm definitely more for it than against it. I don't see a big issue with fasting. I've never really looked into like deep into the benefits of fasting and things like that. But
Yeah.
for me, if your reason for fasting is for convenience, and you're still getting the nutrients that you need, and it's not affecting your health negatively, and it's not affecting anything negatively, and it improves things, i.e., just convenience, pretty much. I'm fucking I'm all for it. What about you?
Yeah, I trialed it for the last 2 weeks. I'd fast till about 1-2 o'clock, and then eat till about 8.
Yeah.
So
I found it
20. Like, well, I was quite productive in the morning. I won't lie.
That's what. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but and like definitely more so than if I'd ate a big meal, 100%. But it didn't take. So my idea was eat more at night, not be hungry, because since stopping prep, I have been very hungry at night. I've been sat there sort of twitching, thinking what's in the kids' cupboard. So I thought, if I'm having bigger meals at night, will it kill that? And it didn't. It hasn't. Oh. No more than when I ate 5 meals, 6 meals a day. So, like, I think it's good for productivity if you're doing things in the morning and you want to get things done. I really do think it gives you a clear mind, especially if you don't start carbohydrates too late. I think fats and protein is still probably all right to have in the morning. And there's been studies now looking into, I say studies, I've heard someone say this who I know looks into studies, so I can't say I've seen the studies myself, that things like beef, eggs, and soft nuts, like walnuts, have the same effects on the brain as ozempic, semaglutide, what we were talking about, in terms of hunger signaling. So it can actually, make you not feel hungry after consuming it. So, things like fats and protein in the morning are quite satiating and would still help. And I do think if people are fasting, but they're still training in the morning and their goal is to gain muscle, they probably should still have protein and fat in the morning.
Yeah.
And then fast till their time. Do you know what I mean? Even if it's just a shake. Yeah. Like, just to at least get that amino acid dripping in.
Yeah.
Before they eat their food.
Yeah, I definitely used to do something very similar to what you were doing. I did it for probably a few years, even like through prep. Like, I never had breakfast. I'd just typically have 2 big meals. I'd just have a big lunch. Like, I'd wait till 1, like after 12, 1, never before 12. And I'd have a big meal when I finished, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. But it'd be big meals,
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes a snack, but I'd never eat in the morning. And it was because, typically you have PT clients from 6 till, lunchtime sort of thing. I don't want to eat. I just want to get up, do what I'm doing, and then get to the gym and whatnot, come home, eat. And now it's like the mental clarity you have first thing in the morning, I feel like could be fogged quite easily by eating certain foods. And I was just it was convenient for me. I never really got hungry, because I got used to eating at certain times, and when I was eating at certain times, I'd struggle to overeat because it was they're just big meals. You know what I mean? You can't really eat too much.
My meals generally, if I'm eating fasted, they're about 1,000 calories a meal, just over.
Yeah.
And I'm having like 3. But I am bringing it back next week to 5.
Yeah.
I just feel like I'm going with what's worked. I'm trialing out new things now that I've left the sport, thinking, I can try this now,
Yeah.
Really, I just need to go back to what's always worked. So I've had the best 2 years of my life in terms of my physique. I don't want to lose the physique. I just don't want to be on the stage. I might want to carry a little bit less weight around now so that I can have more energy for my son in terms of getting up and down. Like, my legs go numb when I'm sat on the floor with him. But I don't really need to do anything drastic. So I've been looking into all these drastic things, just having all these ADHD focuses. And I've heard a lot of studies about the longevity. But then I've heard counter studies saying, actually, in subjects, the only main thing for like actually staying lean is nothing to do with fasting and burning more fat in the morning. It's to do with total calorie intake. the reason why the fasting works for people is because they're able to consume less calories because they've waited till 1.
Definitely.
That's not me. I can eat 6,000 calories at night, no problem.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these guys who's going to eat less just because he started late. I'm still going to be as hungry. So I may as well feed it throughout the day, every 3 hours, like I have done.
I think, like you say,
with what has always worked.
I mean, I tried to eat, I think it was 5 or 6 meals a day. I tried it like once and it just fucking, my life revolves around my food. I can't be asked to sit and eat 5 things like a day. That's boring.
Yeah, I get that. See, that's pretty standard for me now. I went up to 7 before. That was difficult, every 2 hours. But like, I enjoyed it because I was never really getting hungry. But like, yeah, it was a ball ache, like the amount of Tupperware I was bringing around with me. Yeah, but now, eating every 3 hours isn't really that bad for me. I can have something before I go to work. I can take 2 things to work. I always come home for lunch. Then I can grab another 2 things to take back with me so that I've then got for my last couple of meals. I'm never really carrying loads around anymore because I use glass Tupperware. It's heavy when you bring in like 5 or 6 meals out for the day. But I'm never out for the day now. I'm always dipping in and out of home now. Like, I love it. I couldn't have a better setup for being able to eat how I want. And like I say, I see patients, so I lock the door, I can eat a meal, then I can see another patient.
Yeah.
I'm never going to miss a meal by more than 30 minutes, if that.
I'm very inconsistent with my appetite. Some days I wake up starving, some days I won't want to eat. I just eat because I have to.
Yeah.
But yeah. Cool. Everything covered, mate.
It's a good one, mate. I feel like we once again
the longest one, ain't it?
Mate, and we could have carried on, honestly.
Yeah, easily.
Are you watching the football tonight then?
100%, mate. 100%.
Yeah.
You're not.
I'm ordering a burger. I know I've just had one, but I'm ordering a burger at 8 because it's the last weekend of the deal. You get like 40% off. It's a good deal, isn't it? I can't let that down. But like I say, Monday to Saturday.
Yeah.
So,
all right, then, mate.
It's kind of like a shitload. I kind of have a shitloading approach. I go quite. I'm like 200 grams of carbs in the week, but then that does deplete me. I was used to 900 grams in the off season, maintaining weight. So 200 grams of carbs does deplete me. So Sundays, fill up.
Turn it back up. Cool. All right, then, mate. Same time. Well, not same time, but yeah, back on Sunday night.
Yes, mate. Yeah, it's nice to see. I'm glad we got it in now.